Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of My Hero Academia, chapter 342, The Calm Before the Storm. Another chapter? Really, Hakoshi? After an entire month of chapters that are basically like building up to the war, and you finally make it look like it's about to start for the actual fight, you're still giving us these goddamn. Let's hope that at least the calm before the storm is the truth and it's the final calm before the fucking forest finally starts. So yeah, anyways, the narrator, inside UA, the trigger for the villain activity is, as we see the houses that I'm guessing are in the UA grounds, which, I never really guessed just how big the US school was to have so many houses be able to build there. Maybe there's a bit of an increase that I just missed. I mean, we do get said later in the chapter that Samantha's and Paolo do work their magics unbelievably well. So, yeah, or they are very professional in their work. So, anyways, we have UA, emergency living quarters. And then we have like a bunch of people like walking as some of the robots are helping the elderly. Like, I'm guessing it's kind of trying to be a very calm. Like, I'm guessing this was designed to try to mirror normal living positions like as close as they can. As we see like a very kind of like like a bit of a generic fuck after walking as he comes to like a woman as he's like, we got our instructions, as the woman's like, what do we do now? Then he says he predicted that we wouldn't be able to do much inside the shelter a long time ago. Oh, I guess this guy's working for All For One here. As then he says, cause a ruckus and try to stir up those who are still harboring some animosity towards the heroes. As he says, Yura is well aware of the in fact that Tomoshiraki will be able to move again in less than a week. As they like they are holding the fact that they are heroes, that the heroes are being driven to an absolute brink. Fan the flames. As we also have the lion guy that was next to the woman, or at least was walking across the woman, with two others being still also there. As the guy's like, and Izuku Midora will no longer be able to return to that place. So I guess when Overone said he had fans to spare wasn't wrong. Like just in this chapter, we get like 5 people who are in this shelter that were helping him. At least 5. I mean, there could be more, but yeah, talk about having fans to spare to a literature to a whole new meaning. So yeah, I guess these guys are were kind of the ones responsible for the reason why the people were so hesitant towards Izuku staying there. But yeah. Anyways, then we cut to the students' dormitory, and we have Kaminari just falling on the ground, which he may or may not, I'm not sure if it's just the unofficial translations, the lack of color, or what, but it looks like Kaminari is bleeding a bit. So yeah. Anyways, then we have Kaminari be like, I can't move a muscle. And then we have someone saying, I'm assuming Christian, be like, the search area we have to cover is just too big. As then we have someone else saying, maybe Jiro is like, I can't believe that we are losing so many heroes all at once. As then we have someone being like, a temporary break from their search efforts. So I guess even now there's still heroes who are leaving. I guess there are some who, like not Paolo, Death Arms, who thought they could handle a bit longer, but I guess all of them are starting to eventually leave. Which I'm guessing is just gonna mean we can expect very little, like people who we don't know of. We're probably just gonna have students who we are familiar with, alongside some of the heroes who are made more noteworthy. So yeah, anyways, then we get a bit of a shot of Ida's new armor that I can't like without a direct comparison. I can't really say it looks that much different. Just I think it has like the basic design itself a bit better. As they have the saying, "Get to bed early." Although one thing I couldn't tell is different from this armor is the fact that it has like a kind of like an Iron Man type of folding feature where it can open and close for either face. It's not the exact same thing, obviously. Like here, this folding feature just goes over his eyes and then up, but his mouth's still covered. And I'm guessing in the anime, it's also gonna be like his mouth will have like go back inside or something. I mean, it looks like it will be built that way, but yeah. But as anyways, yes, then like discipline is everything for the young. Like, every action we take is directly linked to our strength. So don't forget to brush your teeth. I think you can skip that part if you are so tired. So, but fine, I get it. It's supposed to be a more joke. The calm before the storm. As then we have Baku will be like, Disc. If it means getting stronger, no, it doesn't. Baku just either really what is the the president, so he has to do stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, then we have to be like, I wanted even just a little bit of free time to talk about some dirty stuff. After the pervert, huh? After the pervert. Which I see some people complain that this is not real time for this, but I'm like, look, this is supposed to be a time. Look, let's be real here. Mineta hasn't really been a pervert for like, I want to say at least the last 2 years. Like maybe there was some like maybe there was a joke that I'm forgetting, but all in all, this hasn't been like used that much at all at this point. So it's just kind of yeah, fine. Like I mean, give that basic joke. I mean, it's not like we're complaining about either brushing your teeth. So do what you want. And then we have Izuku be like, I'll pass on that, but you're right, we could definitely use more free time. It's funny how Izuku is the one saying that, considering the fact at the beginning of the story he was like running around, not even giving himself the middle break. Like I think Izuku was literally like rocking in forces, grabbing whatever fruit there was there, eating it, and then like just to continue the search. Like he wasn't even fully like sink down, eating it. Like I think it was literally just run, forest, grab banana, unzip it while running to see to the next city or something. But yeah, I guess it's kind of a character development thing that he's like, at least consider like, alright, maybe a break would be necessary. Or maybe he doesn't want to repeat what happened to himself or something. Anyways, there is it could be like, right now we barely have enough to even talk to one another. As then we have Mina and Ochako talking to each other, as then Izuku remembers what she did when they were coming back into the UA dormitory, as Izuku's like, and still haven't thanked her properly. I guess they didn't even have enough time for proper thanks. As then we have someone in the overtime dramatic way opening the door so much that even Kamala gets sent back as Izuku's like, oh? As Omar's like, I'm here! With his jaw may or may not falling off. Uh, as then we have, I'm guessing, as will be like, on time as usual. As then we have Jiro saying, you seem excited. It's almost like, you couldn't be more wrong. As there's to be like, Tsuhauchi's son and the principal. As Momo is like, I assume the news regarding Oyama's situation. As Tsuhauchi lifts his finger for some reason. Well, not his middle finger, just lifts his finger. I guess for safety reasons or something. Or like, don't say more. That's all you have to say. As then we have Omar be like, there are a few things we need to inform you about. Only a small number of people are privy to this information. I guess that's the reason why they want. Don't say more. As then we have him talking to just a generic white of class 1A. Is they're like, we've all come here to talk about our finalized plans for the second war. Not sure how much, not sure why they will have to be shut up if they're gonna talk about the actual plans, although maybe they are gonna be saying false one just in case, and then secretly messing them the correct ones. So yeah, anyways, then we get like to like a random city, and then we have Hawks going through some notes. As we see Ragdoll there, I guess she was the one taking the notes to other heroes. As they Ragdoll, I guess, explained the plan in more better detail since she was there, and you may not get full no you may not fully understand everything by just going no by in the notes. Then we have Best Genius giving his hair ready. As then we have and they have a look a bit of the notes. We actually don't see the notes, it's just like the back of it, like you just get the white paper part. as he kind of looks a bit sad about it. I guess they're gonna explain how they're planning to separate Dobby from the villains. Then next page we get like Aizawa and a few doctors. I want to say doctors, but they are wearing suits and ties more. So I feel like they may be something else. Maybe people who are old classmates of them or old friends of Shirakumo. Anyways, because we see Shirakumo there, he's being tended to by a doctor. I don't know, someone seems to be putting something in there. Maybe it's to like give him a new, that thing you get when you must not eat something, but you need the nutrients. So yeah, then we get a weird panel where we have a close up on Aizawa's eye. I guess you're supposed to be showing the scar in it, because otherwise I don't see why it would be a close up. Unless if this is something like in Bleach, where Kubo forgot that Kuroko is supposed to have only one eye left, yeah, but he had like a focus on that exact eye, so in the manga they actually have to like make it look like a close up of the eye patch for some reason. It just looks goofy. There we see Ayama in a jail cell, I'm guessing. Not sure why they have a jail cell in there, I guess for integration purposes. Or maybe this is like a prison. I mean, oh, wait, is this one of those prison hospitals, maybe? Maybe that's why, but I don't know, really. There we have a bit of a shot of a dormitory. There we have like Bakugo like putting his mask up and Shoto like reacting to that. I guess he's reacting to how they plan separating Dobby. Then we get a bit of a shot on Izuku. As then we have the next day, as they are, did you hear the principal's announcement this morning? Yeah. I guess the people are talking there. As then we have, if some of the people will be there. He said that Tomoshaki will begin his assault in 4 days. As we had close up with the guy who was talking earlier, the guy to the one who saves All for One. As he a bit shocked, like, wait, we didn't even have to do anything. They're already leaving. As then we have the class one and be like, everyone, thank you so much. I'm guessing I'm guessing it's a translation issues, like maybe what they're saying, like thank you for letting us heal and all that. Is they like saying goodbye, like bowing some and like just doing that? As fun enough, it seems like is Bowing's like, what the fuck are you people doing? Just let's go. So anyways, they were like, big bro, Deku, are you really leaving UA? As they was like, yeah, I didn't know I didn't know that the girl had this kind of big bro relationship with him. Kind of one who's taking care of him, no? Since Mandel is distracted. Maybe Ragdoll's nearby. I don't know. Is there Izuku be like, I've already been given more than enough time to get back to my on my feet. It does not be like your safety is our number one priority. We ask for is one thing when the automation evacuation system kicks in. Don't panic and remain hopeful. So basically, they're going to the whole lockdown thing. I guess it makes sense. Is then we have this guy be like, what a naive idiot. All you have to do is shut your mouth and let UA protect you by leaving this place. You're just making things easier for him. I don't know, dude. Overall, it's very unpredictable, this games, and I feel like these guys who are here may have a reason for being here. Like, I mean, we get this into the end of the chapter, but I'm not exactly sure if this guy is as safe as he thinks he is. So, anyways, then we have this guy be like, even without our motivation, everything went exactly according to the plan. With this, our future will be guaranteed. As we see, I think the two people who were there, like the woman, the lion, the tiger, mutant, and another woman there. I think that confirms there's more of them. As then we have Inka and Izuku hug each other, which could be goodbye. We see Fuyumi, Natsu, and Rei saying goodbye to Shoto. I guess giving a bit of final moments to before he confronts his brother. We get Ochako saying goodbye to her parents, where Jiro can say goodbye to her parents. Are they aware of Izu? Are they aware of Kaminari? Are they aware of him? That's my top priority here. And also, it seems like that is embarrassing her. Then we have Recovery Girl. I think she's trying to give them smooches, or maybe she's just so tired and exhausted that it's time to actually affect her? I would imagine it would. I mean, she's already a very old person. I can imagine her being filled with work in all this time. Then we have Present Mark being with Harry, telling her it's all gonna be fine. We get Bungo fighting with his mom. We have Harry coming there and saying goodbye, which actually Cole actually sees this for the first time, I believe. And yeah, well, this makes the ship probably gonna active more. We get Soji and that giant woman, possible relative. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be explained in the volume. Then we see the guy with the weird star quirk, which let's be real, is one of those quirks that you have to question how being quirkless is worse. Then we see two other randos, and I think we see Daphams there. I think that's supposed to be Daphams. I mean, he's a pretty big guy, kind of a similar hairstyle. Like, again, it's kind of hard to tell because of the manga thing, but he does actually look like Daphams. Wait, maybe it's not, but I'm guessing it is probably. And then we have narrative like approximately 30 kilometers away from UA, and they're gonna be on a wide side. And then we have like this. It reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on. Oh, I know what it reminds me of now. It's like a Pokeball. It's, I guess the Pokemon Center because that middle portion that I'm guessing is supposed to be connecting the two kind of resembles like you if you took a Pokeball. You know, it has that kind of basic shape to it. Which I guess Pokemon reference possible Pokemons in the series. I don't know. So, anyways, then we have the title Prototype Stronghold Troy. I'm not sure what Greek reference that is, but I'm assuming it's gonna be. So yeah, as we get, so we have some of the students like looking at it with surprise as they're holding some packages and packs. Is they're like, someone's like, I'm guessing Snipe here. Thanks to Samantha's ectoplasm and Paolo, oh I forgot about ectoplasm before. Is we were able to create fortified structure incredibly quickly. These are in no way as robust as UA, but can take a good beating. Alright? I guess they're expecting to be attacked at night or something. As they have Sniper like, drop your stuff off in your own rooms and start getting ready. Although, by lots of things, they're already, considering they're already in their costumes, I question if they really to get more ready. So anyways, then we have Hagakure being like, it's just like the High is Alliance dormitories back on campus. As they're like, nice, oh, how nice of them. As they'll be like, I don't want this to be my fire resting place, but it'll do. And I was like, don't say things like that. Again, I'm guessing they're expecting them to be battling in it. Although it's kind of funny, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna be like here. Which is possible. I mean, I don't feel like as much as it would be surprising if they kill any of the main UA Class 1A members, I don't feel that that's what's gonna happen. Although, serious question, if let's say in this war arc, some of the Class 1A students, like major, not major enough, die left to right, would people complain? Like, let's say Saro, maybe Bakugo, which else would be Minata, Ariyama, and some others were to die here. Like random picks, like completely random, like no hints, like just random, like basically grabbing an arrow and a dot and throwing it into a target. Would anyone like not even like a damn thing? Would anyone? How would people react to it? Like, what do you think? Would you be happy or would you be angry? So, anyways, then we have like a bit of a showing of the the where they'll be walking, as we have, I'm guessing, where Izuku's room is, as he looks through the window, as he sees Ochako standing there, wearing a jacket, as Izuku immediately jumps from it, is like, Oraka-san, it's like, as Ochako's like, oh, Deku-kun, as if Izuku be like, have you unpacked already? As Ochako's like, yeah, it's not like I had much on me anyway, as Izuku like, same, I only brought a spare change of clothes. And I'm guessing like hero costume as well, because right now Izuku is just in his like gym clothes. Like if anyone has to change, it'll be Izuku. Honestly. And I'm assuming Izuku's outfit we will be getting Izuku's outfit, final outfit for the arc. Like I don't know the final arc is just gonna be Izuku in this gym clothing, or that could be a nice little reference to the first time they've encountered legal villains, but I don't know. I feel like he is going to be in his costume. Like maybe this stuff will get destroyed and he'll get like a custom later on. Like you have to have a quick change. I mean, if this goes into an actual war, like Bleach is Thousand Year Blood War, I could see it happening. So yeah. Anyways, they were both Chako and Izuku staying at the of the cliff which as Izuku's like, Uraka-san, thank you for back there. I didn't get the chance to properly thank you. I really am grateful for that, for what you did. El Chaco is embarrassed, like, ah, sucks. I didn't do that much. You always fret over the small things, don't you? It's like holds her a bit, I guess, from flustering it. Well, it's kind of nice that they seem to be more mature about it instead of being, over the top flustered. It's like more like they're still there, but they're not like, I mean, sorry, yeah, Izuku, yeah, it was nothing, it was nothing. It's kind of like that. Anyways, then Izuku be like, what were you doing outside? As Uchiha's like, I was just watching the city. As Izuku continues watching it, as she also watches it, and they're both like kind of remorseful and very kind of sad. Like there's this. Oh, and I kind of like this mood is actually pretty good, like kind of for the set before the storm chapter. But yeah, and then Uchiha be like, I'm quite the oddball. And then Izuku's like, no, you're not. You're strong. You're compassionate. Your hairstyle suits you. You're super nice. And then Joker's like, no, not like that. I never noticed those things. I'm guess translation issue. And then Joker's like, back then when I was shouting from the top of the building, you see, Toga's chemical flares flashed in my mind for a second. Oh, so they actually do see those flashes. I thought it was just symbolic or symbolism or something. So actually they were flashing it. And then Izuku's like listening to her, and she was like, during Gigantomachia's rampage, we faced off against each other, her and Tsuyo. I know now she just said I and Tsuyo faced off against her. And then she was like, I replied to her with something I truly believed to be right, but it twisted her face into the most sour expression I've seen. What is so sour? Like, I don't think it was that sour, honestly. I think it was a bit of a sad expression and probably unusual for her, but I don't think it was like all that sorrow. So yeah. Anyways, then we have saying the city has been now reduced to this. As we see the destruction of the city, like we see buildings on top of buildings, we have seen them on the floor. Like honestly, it's kind of surprising how all that happened at most in a few hours. Like how it's not even the worst thing that happened that day. Like this is all completely destroyed. Anyway, is that I think there's several towers actually even also destroyed. Or not towers, but those very high buildings. But yeah, although if it's not that could just be from the villain rampages. I mean, there were a thing a lot. So yeah, anyways, I see her. Then Cho says, so many lives have been stolen by the villains. What the League has done is irredeemable. I get all that, but still, I don't understand what she believed was truly right. Thinking about it now, I don't know anything about Himiko Toga at all. So I guess it's just like I don't really know her. I just think of her like a villain who's crazy, which is actually a pretty mature way to think about it. Like the heroes don't actually know a lot of these villains once you actually think about it. Like many of them just know their names and basic personality they got from them in doing battles. So things like Ochako knowing who Toga is like before the murder thing, she probably has no idea. So anyways, then Ochako's like, that's why I'm gazing out in the city, so that won't ever forget the damage and destruction it caused, so that I won't think of such stupid things ever again. And so I guess this is what Ochako is saying basically is like, I may hesitate when I shouldn't. I want to focus on it. I need to not be being sad or anything. I have to prioritize, which makes sense for that they would have some conflicts with that. Like I don't think any of the students actually want to kill the villains. They just want to capture them and stop them. But like they don't want to hesitate with stuff. As anyways, then we have Izuku respond to "I get you." As Charles like, "Bitch, huh?" As if Izuku be like, "I too saw that little boy crying wistfully inside Tomoshaki. Even though our conflict is unavoidable, I don't want to ignore that side of him." So Izuku agrees. Like I had the same problem with Tomoa. Like I know how you feel, but I agree. Like this is unavoidable. Which again, I am questioning how this will be resolved. Like this could easily have a terrible resolve or a great resolve, and it all depends on how much it's rushed, honestly. So, anyways, there Choco being a bit surprised. I guess she was expecting it just to be her. And she looks back into it, and it doesn't look like she's more happy. It just seems like, alright, I guess I'm not the only one. As then we have some other in the dormitory. I guess that makes sense. The two of uh, us quite the oddballs, which is I guess Ochako saying it over the building. As then we get another room, as we see Ida, Kirishima, and Bakugo in the Shoto's room, I guess, where Ida is actually traditional Japanese, while Kirishima is on the bed and Bakugo is just like laying on the bed. And Shoto's like, sorry for making you all worry. I'm fine now. I guess they were checking on Shoto because of the plan. As he's like, I completely understand. I'm a brother too, you know. As shows like, I can't compare myself to you at all, which is true. Like, either you may have a brother, but your brother isn't a psycho who wants to burn and destroy everything. So, anyways, they have shown to be like, I don't even know what my older brother Toya likes or dislikes, which is true. As they have Bug will be like, but I'll bet you $1,000,000 that self-boiling freak loves udon. Which is probably true. I mean, they are very traditional Japanese type of thing. So probably. So anyways, I have Shoto be like, if that's the case, I wouldn't mind going for dinner sometimes with him. Now, this was actually doesn't surprise me a bit that Shoto wants to have like this more of a friendly relationship with Darby because, he has no real connection. Funny enough, although Darby and Shoto have like the most close relationship, like the most reasonable, those two have like the least like developed one, the least one where they would want to have these like, I don't want to kill you, but you've done so much, or I want to fight you, but you've done so much kind of thing. So yeah, it's kind of funny how they're in a relationship, yet I can feel more for Izuku and Choco than for Dabi and Shoto. Also, I don't think this is gonna like be the normal like redemption thing. I don't make no sense. I feel like something else will happen. Like, I personally feel like what's gonna happen is like they'll have these like Dobby or everyone's gonna kill them. The villains are gonna like have these like tragic kind of death things where they all kind of have like this like I don't know like guys gonna be dying. Then Ujapa like gives like a final hug before Toga dies, or like a kiss something while Dobby and Shoto like have like is like dying somewhere. And then like, so do you like udon? Yes, I like udon kind of thing. But yeah. Anyways, then we cut to something else as we see someone pressing a button as we see All For One saying, let's get started, shall we? As Denezo is like, the operation begins today. Next time, heroes versus villains, prepare for the second war. Our ramp since for the second war are ramping up. End of chapter. If the next chapter is not the start of the actual war and it's still one of those chapters, I will be very fucking angry if that's the case. Like, my god, how many chapters have we had where it seemed like we were going to war, but yet nothing fucking happened? I believe this is like the third chapter in a row, but maybe it's not. Like, maybe the next chapter really is gonna be the full out war here, people. Which is what I'm expecting. So yeah, now off one set the attack. Let's start with the attack. Now, what could this actually mean? I don't know. I feel like as if we had to be revealed that All For One has allies outside, and it's questionable where he got those, or when he got those, more likely. I could see it be revealed that those guys are like bombs, similar to Lady Nagan. Like, anyone who's joined All For One after the prison break is a bomb, essentially. Like, maybe Aoyama is safe, but the other ones I am a bit concerned for. Plus, I do want where he is gonna plan on targeting things. So, yeah. This could go either this is like one of those surprise underneath attacks to a point they think they got to be under attack, but in reality, it's like they're completely wrong. Like, the target is the UA itself, and they have to race to that to fight. Or maybe they will be under attack, or maybe they will use that whole split up tactic. Like, they don't actually explain what the plans are. All we know is the heroes and All For One have plans that are very vague. Like, that's all. And there may be evolve about a bit of a split up tactic here. I mean, we know the heroes are gonna go divide and conquer thing, but the villains is unknown. Okay, who the fuck just entered Manga Hell? I don't know who did that. I don't know who ended it, but I'm gonna deal with that person later. But yeah. Well, with that said, I hope you like this video. I hope you leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the chapter in the comments below. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye. No, who the hell just arrived here?